Diksha and the Diksha Guru.
Siksha and the Diksha Guru. There we said that there are two kinds of gurus. Actually, the gurus are more than two types. Even your parents are your gurus too. And the first person who brings you in contact with Krishna consciousness, like the first person that gives you a book about ISKCON, about Srila Prabhupada, is also a guru. And we have many gurus, but we are limiting our topic to two types of gurus today. Or we limited our topics to two types of guru last time. And one of them is the Siksha Guru, and the other is the Diksha Guru. And first of all, the Diksha Guru is the one that officially connected us to ISKCON. Okay? The one that officially connected us to ISKCON or Srila Prabhupada family is our Diksha Guru. And that Guru actually comes in a line of disciplic succession. And we said the Diksha Guru does certain functions. First of all, he gives instruction. It's a Siksha also. Most of the instructions he gives how to do your devotional service. Then he also initiates and officiates the connection to the Paramparam. The Paramparam is a big universal family in which Krishna himself is involved, Lord Brahma, Narada Muni, all the 12 Mahajans, and all the gurus in the chain of our disciplic succession. They are all involved. So it's a very big, it's one big family, Vaishnava family. It is the spiritual master that officially connects us to this family, the Diksha Guru. So at the point of initiation, you make vows. Before he connects you to the family, we make vows. So initiation is somehow conditional, whereby you have your own part to fulfill. The Guru has his own part to fulfill. That's why first he will ask you, what are the 4 regulative principles? You will say, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, no meat eating, fish or eggs. Then say, how many rounds will you chant? How many rounds do you promise to chant on a daily basis? Say, 16 rounds, Gurudev. Then he goes ahead to give you the initiation. He gives you a beat at that point, and he pronounces a name, which is a spiritual name. Your spiritual name, your new name is, if you say Shadrach, you can say your new name is Satyaraj Das. Then that Das means you are a servant. You have agreed to become a menial servant of the Guru, and any instruction the Guru gives you, you are ready to follow it. And the Guru has contractually agreed that he will take you back home, back to Godhead, provided you follow the principles. Provided you follow the principles. So it's as serious as that. That's why the Guru made you to make the vows in the presence of the 33 million demigods, in the presence of the Vaishnavas, in the presence of Srila Prabhupada, in the presence of the entire Paramparam, seen and unseen. So it's a very big connection, official connection. Then it gives you the spiritual name. Then it gives you, it's also called the mantra Guru, or the Guru gives you the mantra. Okay, no. The mantra Guru is actually the second initiation. That means there is Harinam Guru. The Harinam initiation is the first initiation where you make the vows. Then the mantra initiation is the one that it gives you the Gayatri mantra. If you have followed consistently for about a year, and the Guru is satisfied with your devotional conduct, then it gives you a second initiation. So the first initiation is like introducing you to the spiritual family, that this person is ready to be part of our family, is a member of the family. So let us observe him. When we see that he is very serious after about 1 year, then we make him a representative. We give him the potency to represent the Paramparam, to represent all of us. So even though you can become perfect and come back to God there without taking second initiation, so once you go, don't come back. Sorry, please. Aribo, if you are going, go and don't come back until I finish. Please, please, please. Go out and take the mop and make sure. You are distracting me. And they are recording this on YouTube. So if it is not demonism, go and take your mop and go back. They are provoking me in the public. Sorry for the interruption, please. There are some children with me here and they are distracting me. You are not going with them. Then, close the door so that mosquito will not come. Hare Krishna. So that is it. And also at the point of initiation, the Guru accepts the disciples' vow. That is why he agreed to take you back home, back to God. And so it is a very crucial thing. It's a very heavy contract you are signing with the Guru. And that is exactly why one has to take a Guru for the right purpose. There are wrong ways of taking the wrong purpose for taking Guru. And that is also clearly defined and explained. Then there are right purpose for taking a Guru. One takes a Guru because he wants to become serious in his spiritual life. He wants to free himself from material entanglement. He wants to go back home, back to Godhead. And he wants to discipline himself according to the directions of the Guru. That's why it takes initiation. Then the Guru agrees to take him. And that's why if you stop following after taking initiation, you are becoming a burden to the Guru. And if you persistently, maintain not following, the Guru at a point can renounce the disciple. Because you are failing your part of the contract. For instance, you are not following the principles again, and you are not chanting, the Guru has the right to renounce you because it is a dynamic, ongoing process. It is an ongoing process. Ongoing means on daily basis, you do your part. On regular basis, you do your part. Let it become part of your life. That you are not going to take intoxication, you will not gamble, you will not do illicit sex. You are ready to chant 16 rounds. So unconditionally, you must fulfill your own part of the vows. It is a very serious stuff, you see. So as long as you are following, the Guru is there for you, you see. And at the point of initiation, one crucial thing is that the Guru takes away your previous sinful reactions. All the sinful reactions that followed you to the point of your taking the initiation, the Guru absorbs it. You can imagine the type of responsibility. Understand? He absorbs your previous sinful reactions. And he also destroys your potential sinful activities on the seed platform. The sinful desires in your heart, the Guru destroys them and he absorbs your previous sinful reactions. So you become born again. And having become born again, you sin no more. Understand? And anyone can be anything before, but after initiation, you are completely different. That's why people don't refer to your past activities anymore. After taking initiation, people don't refer to, devotees should not refer to your past activities. After all, Valmiki was a hunter. Valmiki was a hunter. But after becoming initiated, he stopped being a hunter to the extent that he could not even, he was afraid of stepping on ants. Now the Muni initiated him and he became completely transformed. And he became so careful that he couldn't even step on ants, knowing that all living entities are sacred. You cannot give life, so you don't take life. So he became very careful. And also in our system, you remember Jaga and Madai. These were the most sinful persons during the time of Lord Chaitanya. There is no sin you can imagine that these people have not committed. Any sin you can think of, Jaga and Madai have committed this sin, but Lord Chaitanya initiated them. And at the point of initiation, he absorbed their sin and said, anyone who tried to relate to them based on their previous activities, that person is an offender to a Vaishnava. And to commit Vaishnava aparat is very, very risky for our devotional life. So it's a very simple, serious thing. And now, more simply put, the guru is like the ambassador of the spiritual world. Goloka Vrindavan is the topmost spiritual world. The guru is an ambassador of Goloka Vrindavan here. And the temple itself is like the embassy to the spiritual world. Like if you want to go to America, you want to go to Australia, you want to go to anywhere, you go to the embassy to acquire a visa. First, you must have a valid passport. Isn't it? You must have a valid passport. And also, they will find out, those who are interviewing you will find out whether you have any criminal records. Then after finding out, after clearing you for criminal records, then you have to convince them that you have enough bank balance. So that when you get there, you are not going to be a liability to the government. You have enough bank balance. Then after that, they query you again. After asking you, do you have enough bank balance? And you're able to pass that question, then they ask you again, what is your actual purpose? What is your motive? What is your actual purpose of going to Australia or America? Then you should be able to convince them why you are going there. Then if you do that, then immediately they stamp you. So similarly, the guru is the ambassador or is the consular who is going to examine your papers, your credentials, whether they are up to date. Is your passport up to date? The guru check. And how does he check your in devotional life? He want to know whether you are actually ready to follow the principles or you are following the 4 regulative principles already. The guru will check that. Are you following the principles already? Have you been practicing for some time truly before you are coming to take initiation? He said yes. If you have been following, your temple authority will verify because they recommended you. They will verify that yes, you have been following. You are a devotee in good standing. Okay? Then if check your motives. Why are you trying to become a devotee? Why are you trying to take initiation? Are you seeing this thing as an organization that can easily enrich you? If you become a member, you become very, very rich. You have connections all over the world and you become very rich quick, or you can get business connection, or you want to take a guru because the guru is going to connect you to other businessmen and you make money out of it. And, or, some things like that, wrong motives. So you have to check your motive. of wanting to go to the spiritual world. So you have to pass that test also. If your motive is selfish, you may be denied. So the guru is the one who is checking. You have enough spiritual bank balance, meaning, have you really been following? The authorities are aware that you've been following, say yes. So it is the guru who makes that inquiry, who scrutinizes you before giving you the visa. And one thing about that is that everything you see in the temple is like alien to this material world. The temple is the embassy of the spiritual world. So everything you see there is like completely strange. It's different from what you see in the material world. You come there, you see deities, you see shaven-headed people, you see devotees tying dhoti and saris, and they are bowing down here and there, and the guru is sitting down on the Vyasa. Everything you see there looks strange. Even the building itself is strange. So this is to tell you that the spiritual world, the temple is an embassy. Whatever is going on in the spiritual world, that is what is going on in the temple. So you have to know that this is how you are going to live if you go to the spiritual world. So you practice. That's why before going to any country, you learn their language, how they speak, how they dress. Those who want to go to America, they start speaking slangs, they start wearing rugged jeans, and they start behaving as if they're already there. Hey man, how are you? Hey man. Yeah, with the rugged jeans, they start practicing the culture of America. So you have to practice the culture of the spiritual world while you are here. Understand? When you practice it very well, then when you get there, you are not going to be a stranger. You are not going to be behaving. Others are paying obeisances. You are standing. You're like, well, they say, who is this guy? Is he a stranger? How did he find himself here? So you have to learn how to offer obeisances here and do all the songs. When they appoint you to sing samsara there, you just release it. So when they say chant Tulasi Puja, immediately say offer, you are offering. So you have to learn how to lead there first. That's why before you take initiation, you must have been following for at least a year. Okay? That means the wood is already dry. Analogy is that a dry wood is used for fire. It is better for the wood to be dry if you want the fire to catch and satisfy your aim. The wood must be dry first. So the wood being dry means you already practiced in the activities of the spiritual world. You are following. You are following the principles. You have been chanting your rounds, and you know everything that you need to do, and you have been doing it. That means the wood is dry. If you put it in the fire, it will catch fire. But if you have not been following any principle and you have not been chanting, you are a wet wood. If they put you in the fire, you are going to quench the fire. Yes, at best, you bring out some smoke and everybody will be covering his nose. So you have to be dry wood first. You have to be somebody who is already following the process. Then the guru will initiate. It is very important to explain this. That's why I'm taking time to do this. So this is the position of the guru. This is the position of the guru. And when we take guru, we should know that we are committing ourselves to follow. So the Siksha gurus are those who give you instructions, who guide you on your daily devotional service. And that's why I say the Diksha guru is only one. But the Siksha guru can be many. The temple president is a Siksha guru. It's an instructing spiritual master, but it's not your official initiating spiritual master, but it's also your spiritual master in terms of someone who is guiding you. If you want to work in the altar, the pujari becomes your Siksha Guru there. He will teach you and train you how to work in the altar. If you go to the kitchen department, the head of the kitchen becomes your Siksha Guru. He trains you how to function properly there. If you are to do Sankirtan preaching, the person who is the head of that department will become your Siksha. He directs you on how to go about it. So you can have many Siksha Gurus, but you can have only one Diksha Guru. Of course, if your Diksha Guru leave the planet, there could be another necessity for reinitiation. Somebody else can still take the route because you need to observe a guru. We are coming to that. What is the necessity of having a living spiritual master? We are coming to that. So we talked about these things in our last class, and only for the sake of those who were not there, we are repeating it. But even though we are repeating it, it still appears fresh, isn't it? Is it not fresh? Is it not fresh?
Yes, it is, sir.
Dr. Shadrach, is it fresh?
Yes, Prabhu, is fresh.
Dr. Joshua, is it fresh?
Yes, Prabhu, it's very fresh. Thank you.
Dr. Ato, is it fresh? Dr.
Very fresh, Prabhu.
Dr. Jeremiah, Dr. Felix Opoku, is it fresh?
Yes, Prabhu.
Brentie, is it fresh?
Very fresh, Prabhu.
Okay, so that is it. Many Siksha Gurus, but only one Diksha Guru. And both should be equally respected. It is a neophyte mentality to only respect your Diksha Guru and disrespect Sikshas. If you do like that, you are rejecting the guidance that the Paramparam is offering you. And that will retard your spiritual progress. At best, you can be known as a neophyte devotee or a Kanista Adhikari. At best, if you are rejecting, if you don't respect your Siksha Gurus and you respect only your Guru, a Diksha Guru, at best, you will be known as a neophyte devotee. At least you are still a devotee. So, Diksha, the word Diksha includes that the spiritual master gives you transcendental knowledge that is coming from the chain of disciplic succession, unadulterated. Then, secondly, it gives you spiritual vision. If you see material things with material vision, it leads to degradation. But everything so-called material, if you see it with spiritual vision, it leads to purification. Seeing material objects with spiritual vision leads to purification. That means you are seeing everything in relationship with Krishna. After all, everything is an energy of Krishna. Everything is an energy of Krishna. So as long as you are seeing everything in relationship with Krishna, yes, you are there. You are seeing material objects with spiritual vision. So rather than exploiting those material objects for personal sense gratification, because you are seeing them in relationship with Krishna, you will just learn the science of engaging them in the service of Krishna. So you engage everything that comes your way in the service of Krishna. And that means you are seeing material objects with spiritual vision. That spiritual vision is given by the Guru. How to see Krishna as the source of everything and how to engage everything in the service of Krishna. This is the principle of Niribanda Krishna Sambandhi Yukta Vairagyam. Yukta Vairagyam Uchyate. So it is spiritual master that gives that vision. So that is it. We must be connected to the current link. So here we are coming to the Paramparam system now. We have said a lot of things about yesterday. We are still going to say more. But for now, let us go into the next stage of this unit where we stopped before. Guru Paramparam system. Am I a co-host? Jamasami? Am I a co-host? Yes, I am a co-host. Yes, I'm a co-host. So let me share my screen. Can you see the screen? Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
No, sir. Yeah,
Yes,
we cannot
Prabhu.
see.
We
Are
can
you
see.
sure you are not seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah, we can see, Prabhu.
Yes, sir.
We can see now.
Oh, we better see now. You better see now. See my screen because we are going to show some slides. But before then, Guru Paramparam system, what does it mean? The Guru Paramparam system. First of all, we want to give an analogy that if you have a mango tree, ripe, a mango tree in your compound, or if you happen to come across a mango tree where there are some ripe mangoes on top of it, it's a huge tree, and you want this mango fruit, there are two ways you can get the mango fruit, ripe mango fruit, succulent, ripe mango fruit. Two ways. One way is if you are with friends, one of them climb to the first branch, another one climb to the second branch, another one climb to the third branch, another one climb to the fourth branch until the mango which is on top, you get it on the top. Then there's someone immediately on the next branch to you. So you stretch your hand and you pluck the mango. Then you hand it over to the person in the next branch to you. The person hand it over to the person next to him. And that person hands it over to the other person next to him until it gets to the ground. The person standing on the ground will receive it. Then it has come down from that top to the down unbroken. You get it? It comes down from the top unbroken. So you get the full succulent mango fruit. Then the second way is that you can stand on the ground and you use a catapult. You know, like children, you start firing. Then you may get it. Sometimes your stone will hit the mango itself and bust it open. And before it gets to the ground with so much force that it will burst also. Then whatever you can get out of it, you manage it. That's the second. Which one is better? Which way is better? Answer.
The first one.
Everyone agree with him?
Yes.
Yes. Normally, the first one is better. And that is the Paramparam system that we follow. The Paramparam system is a system of discipler succession, whereby every guru has his own guru, and the guru also has his own guru, and that guru also has his own guru, and that other guru has his own guru, until Krishna is the first guru. So from Krishna, there is a chain. Krishna to Brahma, Krishna to Brahma, Brahma to Narada, Narada to Vyasa, on and on and on and on and on until it gets to Srila Prabhupada. And from Srila Prabhupada, it now comes down to our present gurus. So this is how the fruit comes. And this is the first system. It's the system of Paramparam. And this is what we are trying to explain today. Evam Paramparam Prantam, Imam Raja Sayo Vidu, Sa Kaleneha Mahata, Yoguna Sta. So a question comes here. Why do we have to accept a living guru? Answer this question. Why do we have to accept a living guru? Everybody must give his answer, please. Why do we have to accept a living spiritual master?
The living Prabhu, sir, this author speaking.
Yeah, please.
The living guru connects you with the Vaishnava.
The living guru connects us to Krishna. Okay, that is true. The living guru serves as a connection
Family.
between us and Krishna. Is the middleman.
Prabhu, so that we can serve them.
Okay, is the connection between us and Krishna, and also it is important because we can give direct service to the guru. And in the Bhagavatam say Mahat Sevam Dwaram Ahovim De Tamo Dwaram Yositam Sangisangam Mahantas Te Samasita Prasanta Pimayava Surida Sita. That service to the pure devotees open the door of liberation. So when you serve the guru, the guru become pleased with you, and by the pleasure of that guru, you are endowed, you are blessed, you see, to enter the gates of liberation. You are called, by the mercy of the guru, you can successfully do devotional service. So it's very, very important that we have a living spiritual master. Any other reason why we should have a living spiritual master? If you don't respond,
Yes,
I will call your name. Yes,
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Prabhu,
Yes.
please for personal guidance.
For personal guidance, we need the guru for personal guidance. It is very important, though we can read the book and see what the book is saying, but we need, a personal guidance to be able to apply the principles in the book, and especially situationally. The guru can give general instructions to everybody, but the gurus also make situational analysis, meaning they consider the circumstances around you. Not everyone is having the same circumstances around him. So the guru can make situational analysis and give one instruction to one person and gives a different instruction to another person. Sometimes even on the same issue, he gives different instructions to different disciples because he has analyzed and seen your situation. So there's a unique way, everyone is unique, and there's a unique way to help each and every person. Then he follows suit. In fact, in the Mahabharata, there was a story of Yudhishthira and Duryodhana. They wanted to choose among them who is to become the king, to represent the Kurus. So they brought these two young, energetic Kshatriyas to the elders. And they asked them, Say, look, here is somebody. Here is somebody who has stolen. Here is a thief. And as a thief, the king needs to deal with him. Otherwise, it will become a discouragement for others. He has to deal with him in a way that others will be discouraged from stealing. And what to do? The best thing to do to a criminal is to kill him. So what do you have to say? Durodan said, kill him. The action is not only one person. There were four. Four criminals were brought before them. And Durodan said, kill all of them. They are all criminals. They don't deserve to live in this community. Kill them. Okay, they say, okay, that is good. Then they turn to Yudhishthira. So Yudhishthira Maharaj, these are four thieves. They have stolen, they have committed the same crime. What do we have to do to them? How do we punish them? Because it is the king's duty to also to punish offenders and criminals. What to do? How do we go about it? Then Yudhishthira first asks, so person, what is your banner? This one says, I'm a Sudra. He asked the second person. The second person said, I'm a Vaishya. He asked the third person, he answered, I'm a Kshatriya. And he asked the fourth person, and he answered, I'm a Brahmana. So he instructed that for the Sudra, give him 1/4 of the punishment because he doesn't know so much of scripture. He doesn't know so much of the injunctions, scriptural injunctions, socio-cultural injunctions. So he's a Sudra, just a servant. So give him 1/4 of the punishment. And then he said for the Vaishya knows something more than the Sudra, but he doesn't know as much as the Kshatriya, as far as scriptural injunctions are concerned. So for the Vaishya, give him half of the punishment. Then for the Kshatriya, give him 3/4 of the punishment because he knows a lot. But as for the Brahmana, give him the total punishment because he knows more than everyone else. Like a policeman who knows the laws, break the law. You have to give him total punishment because he knows the law. He deliberately broke it. But for some common person on the street committing the same offense, say this one doesn't know the details of the laws. So you can reduce his punishment. So in this way, Yudhishthira made situational analysis first. And everybody became very happy. They clapped or they said, yes, Yudhishthira, you become the king. Because you have situational intelligence, adaptive intelligence. You have the flexibility, you have the situational understanding. Therefore, you deserve to be the king. So, for those who have that understanding, they give different strokes for different folks. Situational approach to management. So, the guru, if you have a physical guru, he knows each and every disciple individually. He knows their capabilities and he knows their inabilities. So he will approach their matters spiritually, we guide them situationally. So it is very important that one has a living spiritual master who will be guiding his disciples situationally. Having said that, someone else will give another reason why. Why should we have a living spiritual master?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, It is important for us to get a living spiritual master so that he will impart knowledge to us.
Huh? Say, come again.
So it is important for us to get a spiritual master or a guru so that he will impart knowledge and support us.
It will impart knowledge and support us. Okay, good. The guru imparts knowledge, and the guru does not speak some speculative knowledge. He gives knowledge according to the scriptures. That's why the guru gives unadulterated knowledge. Once he starts speaking some philosophy outside of the paramparam, we have to become very, very careful. So one of the qualifications of a guru is that he has to be heavy with knowledge. He has to be heavy with knowledge. So the guru gives knowledge. Yes, physically, if he's there, he gives knowledge. That is very good. Then, Richard. Wait, Richard.
As I have already spoken.
Okay, Joshua.
So that so that we can observe, the disciples have to observe what it does, and then we learn from them.
Thank you very much. It's a very serious one also, because our process is a process of acharyaship. The acharya leads by example. Not that you say one thing and you do another thing. That's why if you look critically, all our gurus, even though they are pure devotees, they attend all the programs. They attend Mangalati, they are there first before every other person. And when it is time for japa, they are there doing japa. They show by example. And personally, when you conduct, in fact, some gurus, they wait very early and very austere. They finish all their rounds before Mangalati. And they personally offer they show you how to do things by themselves. They themselves do the things so that you can observe them and also follow how they do the things. So it is very, very important to have somebody to observe. And that is why even the Siksha gurus are supposed to be exemplary, so that what they are saying, if they are doing what they are saying, it motivates the other ones more than when you are saying one thing and you are doing another thing. So it is very, very important to have a spiritual master, living spiritual master, a current link, so that you can observe how he does things. And by extension, we also have opportunity to serve him. If we have a living spiritual master, we have opportunity to render many services to him. We gave the formula yesterday that there is theoretical knowledge and there is spiritual knowledge. And that the question is that one drop of realized knowledge is equal to 1 gallon of theoretical knowledge. 1 drop of realized knowledge is equal to 1 gallon of theoretical knowledge. And it is the aim of every devotee, every sadhaka, to transmute his theoretical knowledge into his realized equivalent. It is the desire, it is the aspiration of every serious disciple or devotee to transmute his theoretical knowledge into his realized equivalent. And what is the formula? Guru Seva, Sadhu Seva, and strong sadhana. So if you have a physical guru, you can learn how to serve him. You can serve him. You can get his clothes, wash them, iron them. You bring water, you sweep his room, and you clean his surrounding. You can do physical services to your guru. But for a devotee to be in a healthy stand, the same mood of service is to also extend it to other devotees. Not only the guru you will serve, but you have to serve all Vaishnavas, most especially senior Vaishnavas, and Vaishnavas that are of exemplary conduct. You should serve them because that is the part of the formula. Guru Seva, Sadhu Seva, these Vaishnavas are called sadhus. Guru Seva, Sadhu Seva, and strong sadhana. You observe the Guru doing strong sadhana, so you should do strong sadhana also. And while serving the Guru and the other Vaishnavas. Very, very important. Are you getting it, Dr. Abrante? Are you getting it? Okay. Are you the same person, why no?
Yes, yes, yes. Please.
Okay. Okay. So that is it. Chitra, stay with us. 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 Stay with us. Stay with us. Stay with us. So that is it. It is very important that we have a guru that we can observe and we can serve and also extend the service to other Vaishnavas. There was a Sakshadari Tvena Samasta Sastra. It refers to both the Diksha and Siksha Guru. Okay. Any other reason why we should have a bona fide, a living spiritual master?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Carry on.
So, the living guru serves as a direct representative for Krishna. So he can connect us directly to Krishna.
To the Paramparam. Yeah, if you have a living spiritual master, you have a direct connection to the current link. You have a current link. You have a living link. And that will help you a lot. You are connected to the Paramparam because your guru is connected and is following, and you are connected to him. You are like a disciple, a child who is going with a strong father. A child who cannot protect himself on his own is going with a strong father. The strength of the father will protect him. So it's a very beautiful thing to have a living spiritual. Very, very important. Thank you very much for that. Yes, any other?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Important to have a living guru so that the guru can also check us and discipline us in terms of our attitude, in terms of our mode of service, can correct us. Discipline is very important. Chastisement also.
Yes, very good. The guru look at the disciples situationally. He does not chastise everybody the same way because some disciples are not mature. Some disciples are not mature, so if he chastises them, they will just carry their bag and go. They say, huh? The guru we thought is a pure devotee. A pure devotee is not supposed to be angry, as far as I understand. And this person I've taken as guru has chastised me. You cannot chastise somebody if you are not angry. So this guru is angry. So if you do like that, you carry your bag, then I'm in the wrong place. You go. So the guru knows the level of, advancement of the individual devotees. So situationally, he can chastise one person very seriously, very heavily, even especially those who are very close to him. But he will not chastise another person who does the same thing. You just look at him and smile, if possible. Because he knows his frame of reference. He knows what he knows. He knows how much he can take. He knows his level of advancement. Therefore, he carefully cultivates him. And he will just tell the Siksha Guru Temple Authority to give more attention to these devotees. Out of compassion. Out of compassion. So it is good to have a guru who can correct us directly And so he picks you for strong chastisement when he has hope in you that you are a potential strong devotee. So you want to remove all those things that will weaken you by chastising you when necessary and pushing you when necessary and pulling you when necessary so that you can take you beyond your blocks. So it is very important. Then also again, you know, we know we are not advanced enough to hear the dictation of the super soul. Super soul is always, the Lord in the heart is always dictating to us. He's always dictating, but we don't hear him. We are not pure enough to hear him. But he is dictating all the time. So the guru, physical guru, is the external manifestation of the Lord in the heart. So the guru confirms what the Lord in the heart is telling you, because our ears cannot hear. Our level of purity is not enough for us to hear. Therefore, the guru stands as a medium. He is the external, he hears and he interprets, he lets you know, he defines things for you and guides you according to the dictation of the super soul. It's very, very important. Super soul is talking, but we are not hearing because of impurity. So the guru confirms what the super soul is saying. Okay? That's why we have to discriminate based on Guru Sadhu Sastra. If we are confused about something, we consult with Guru Sadhu Sastra. And Guru Sadhu Sastra are all working in harmony. There is no conflict. But when we are confused about something, we consult our Guru, and the physical Guru will now give us the direction. This is what the Super Soul is saying. So this is go about this, go about it this way, go this way. Look, do like this. So how to apply? So the Guru is there to coach us, to guide us, to train us on how to apply the principles. So we need him. And in his absence, the Siksha Gurus try their best also guiding you and training you and coaching you on how to apply the principles. Okay? So also by question and answer, once you gradually learn the process of devotional service, the Guru is there in the embassy as the ambassador so that he can teach you how to live in the spiritual world. Like the ambassador of a country will teach you how to live in that country when you go there. The things you expect, the things you will see, and how to conduct yourself when you get there. So the spiritual master has that duty. Yes. He will gradually teach you the 9 processes of bhakti, how to go there, how to go to the spiritual world. And when you get there, what you should do. The 9 processes of bhakti, the spiritual master teaches you those processes. So, okay. And generally, we see the spiritual master as representative of God, but the spiritual master himself doesn't see himself as an exalted person as good as God. Rather, he sees himself as a servant of the 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 servant of God. So this is the principle. And just like the principle of bringing the ripened mango fruit from the top, the many hands, if it passes through many hands, it becomes more wholesome. See, when it passes through many hands, it becomes more wholesome. And when different authorities taste the whole nectar and they churn it and bring it out to you, it becomes more relishable. So when it becomes servant of the 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 servant of Krishna, you are actually most advanced. That's why Lord Chaitanya said, those who consider themselves my servant, they are not my servant. But those who see themselves as servant of the servant of the servant of my servant, they are actually my servants. So the principle is humility. The spiritual master teaches us how to cultivate humility. Okay, on this note, we have really deliberated on this. And let us see what Srila Prabhupada said in the book. Let me see more of the PowerPoints. Guru Tattva Param. The Guru is offered first, the respectful prayers, Bande Gurum, and Gurum Bahu Vashana, plural number, that many Gurus. But they are not many, they are one, Guru Tattva. So this is Guru Tattva. Guru Tattva means, even though the Gurus appear to be many, they are actually one because they are one in purpose with Krishna. Okay? All Gurus are one in purpose with Krishna. That's why they act according to the Paramparam, and they don't speculate. They also have their spiritual master they serve. The process they are telling us to do, they are also in it to show us how to go about it. So it's a very, very serious thing. All Gurus are one because they are one in purpose. No Guru will tell you to go and break principles. No Guru will tell you not to attend Bhagavatam class. No Guru will tell you not to chant 16 rounds. No Guru will tell you not to do service. If anybody tells you contrary to what the Guru will tell you, you avoid that person's association. You see? So the Guru is one in purpose. An example is given of a tree with many leaves. All the leaves in the tree, big banyan tree or any big tree at all, the leaves from one branch are the same as the leaves on the other branches. So that if you take a leaf from this end, the lowest branch, and squeeze it, what will come out of it is the same that will come out of the other leaf you take from the extreme branch. So all the leaves have the same qualities. Why? Because they are all connected to the same stem and connected to the root. The root is Krishna, and the stem is the Paramparam system, and all the gurus are connected to it, and therefore they are one in purpose. Okay? This is called unity in diversity. Gurus are one. All gurus are one. And this is called Guru Tattva. Guru Krishna Rupahana Sasrera Pramane Guru Rupa Krishna Kripa Karana Bhakta Gane. Guru Krishna Rupahana Sasrera Pramane Guru Rupa Krishna Kripa Karana Bhakta Gane. What does that mean? According to the deliberate opinion of all revealed scriptures, the spiritual master is not different from Krishna. Lord Krishna, in the form of the spiritual master, delivers his devotees. Okay? Okay, let's go. Somebody should read this if it is not too small for you.
The relationship of a disciple with his spiritual master.
Louder.
The relationship of a disciple with his spiritual master is as good as his relationship with the Supreme Lord. A spiritual master always represents himself as the humblest servitor of the personality of Godhead. But the disciple must look upon him. And the disciple must look upon him as the manifested representation of Godhead.
Yeah, thank you very much. We have already explained that, yes, the Guru himself does not see himself as a representative of Krishna, big person to be worshipped, but he sees himself as the servant of the servant of the servant. But it is unhealthy for a disciple to see the Guru like that. It is only healthy for the disciple to see the Guru as the representative of Krishna and relate to him accordingly. Okay, so this is very important. Okay. Then Guru Tattva. Sakshadari Tvena Samasa Sastray. This is enjoined in every scripture. Acharya Mam Vijayana Vijayanayat Srimad Bhagavatam 11:17-27. Once you consider, once you consider the Acharya to be as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, once you consider the Acharya to be as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in spite of all these instructions, if one considers the spiritual master an ordinary human being, one is doomed. So don't consider the spiritual master an ordinary human being, because sometimes the spiritual master may fall sick. The spiritual master may fall sick. The spiritual master eats also. The spiritual master takes his baths. The spiritual master sometimes exhibits some anger. The spiritual master does things, and you think that, I'm sick. If he can also be sick, how can he be called the spiritual master? We are all like the same. So one should not consider the spiritual master an ordinary man. If one does that, he is actually doomed. So it is very unhealthy. Okay? We want to consider the spiritual master as such. Okay. And this is a quotation that a postman may deliver us $100, but we do not consider that the postman is giving us $100. The money is sent by a friend, and it is simply the postman's business to hand it over as it is, without taking anything or adding anything to it. This we treated yesterday, that if somebody does his work perfectly, he is perfect. He might not be a pure devotee, but if he does his work perfectly, he's perfect. Just like the postman. The postman may not be perfect, but if he does his job perfectly, he should be considered perfect. So if the disciple, if somebody is able to follow a spiritual master who is a pure devotee, very clinically, he should be considered a pure devotee also. But it's a matter of time that unripe mango become ripe as long as it stays on the tree. Unripe mango becomes ripe as long as it stays on the tree. His perfection is that he delivers the $100 as it is sent by one's friend. That is his perfection. The postman may be imperfect in so many ways, but when he does his business perfectly, he is perfect. We did that yesterday also. So this is Guru Tattva we come to now. Generally, the spiritual master comes from the group of such eternal associates of the Lord. But anyone who follows the principles of such ever liberated person is as good as one in the above mentioned group. So, okay. Most of you have upped your videos. How are we sure that you are there? If you're actually there, all your videos, I can see you. It motivates me when I see you, your faces, okay? Very good. Very good. Very good. This is how it's supposed to be. We should be seeing our faces. We are not impersonalists after all. Are we impersonalists? Yeah? God is not a person. You can only hear his voice, but you cannot see him. We are not impersonalists. Me, I'm not a personalist. And I like personalism. It's only Dr. Brandt here that doesn't want to show his face. And Jeremiah, they don't want to show their faces. The Felix has shown his face, but Shadrach is showing his face, Chitra is showing his face, and Joshua is showing his face. But these other people, they are not showing their faces. Jeremiah, not showing his face. Anyway, that is it.
Prabhu, please, can you?
Yeah?
I'm still on doing deity service, so I still want to close.
Okay, you may disappear. Okay, you can close, no problem.
Thank you.
Yes. Guru Tata, read this one before you close. Or read this
Okay.
question.
Okay. A person who is liberated Acharya and Guru cannot commit any mistake, but there are persons who are less qualified or not liberated, but still can act as Guru and Acharya by strictly following the disciples' succession.
Yes, actually, this slide we treated yesterday also. That there are 3 types of gurus. One is that his 2 legs are in the spiritual world. The second one is 1 leg is in the spiritual world, 1 leg is in the material world. And the third one is his 2 legs are in the material world. The one who has 2 legs in the spiritual world is a pure devotee. He can never fall. Like Srila Prabhupada and all those Paka Acharyas. That's why later we will come to see during the retreat week, some Prabhupada disciples who were gurus, they tried to behave as if they were Prabhupada. They wanted to be worshipped as people worship Prabhupada. And instead of becoming humble, their ego increased. Then they started having problems with their god brothers. They even wanted their god brothers to worship them. They enjoyed the worship. And before you realize, falling down started taking place. You see? So there are those whose 2 legs are on the other side, like Srila Prabhupada. But there are those with 1 leg on the other side, 1 leg. These people are like 85% pure. But they are not 100% pure yet. They have gone very far. They are almost on the top of the mountain. You see, but there are others also who are like 65% pure. And this class constitutes most of the Siksha gurus. Most of the Siksha gurus, the temple presidents, departmental instructors, departmental heads, and they're in that group. And they can also act as gurus because they know they have a spiritual vision. Their vision is correct. And if they are sincere means you know the goal, but you are not there yet. So you are having faith and you are determined to be there. If you are sincere, you will eventually arrive. So even though they are not there, whatever they know, they are passing it to those who are behind them. They are helping in training the disciples and bringing the people up as they are going up also. So all should be respected. You should not be selective respect. Thereby you respect only Srila Prabhupada and others you don't respect. No. We passed there yesterday also. These ones are just refreshing your memory, but we are almost there. Diksha Guru. That means types of Guru. We have Diksha Guru, and the Diksha Guru is 1. And the Diksha Guru gives instructions. He initiates and officiates a connection to the Param. He gives spiritual name. He gives mantra or diksha. He acts as a mantra guru. He gives mantra, that is Gayatri mantra. Mantra guru means the one who gives Gayatri mantra. So, and he also accepts the disciples' vows. He receives it and in the process accept the disciples' sins and also destroy the potential sinful seeds in the heart of the disciples. So then he removes the disciples' sinful reactions, okay, at initiation. Then the Siksha gurus can be many. And he gives instruction, that is the main duty, direct, departmental heads. Now, the Diksha Guru is also called Harinam Diksha Guru. Harinam means he initiates you into the Maha Mantra. Then Mantra Diksha means Gayatri. Even though one can go back to Godhead, even if he's not a Brahmana, if he has not gotten the Gayatri Mantra, he can still go back to Godhead. But the Gayatri Mantra acts as a catalyst. A catalyst is a substance which accelerates the rate of chemical reactions, but remains chemically unchanged at the end of the reaction. This is a catalyst. This is the chemical definition of a catalyst. A catalyst is a substance that accelerates the rate of chemical reactions, but remains chemically unchanged at the end of the reaction. So the Gayatri Mantra is a catalyst. It acts as a catalyst in the life of a devotee on his path of going back home back to God. Gayatri Mantra is a catalyst. If you are chanting the Gayatri, it makes things happen faster for you. But even without that, if you are committed to chanting your 16 rounds very nicely and following the principles, you find yourself there. Yeah. The Guru's mercy will just catch you and take you to the spiritual world. Okay. Srila Jiva Goswami explained in his Bhakti Sandhava, Divyagyanam yato dadyat kuryat papasya sangsayam tasman dikshati saprukta desikai tatwa kovidai. Diksha is the process by which one can awaken his transcendental knowledge and vanquish all reactions caused by sinful activity. A person expert in the study of the revealed scriptures knows this process as a Diksha. We already explained that at the point of Diksha, the Guru absorbs the sinful reactions of the disciple. And also, not only the previous sinful reaction, but he also destroys the seed, the potential sinful, the desire for sinful activities. He destroys it also. But if a disciple doesn't follow his part of the contract properly and ignores the rules and regulations, Maya will take him away. Maya has two features. One is to pull down, and the other one is to cover, to seal it. The one is pulling down is just like a wide pool. A wide pool is like a big hole in the center of a stadium. And there are steps like this, until the hole is deep. And there is a centripetal force, the force that keeps objects in cycle, directed towards the center of the cycle. It's called centripetal force. And that centripetal force, like the Bermuda Triangle, is radiating its energy. So if you are there on the edge of the circle and you are looking at the material world and the same gravitation theory, Maya will just drag you, magnetize you. and you enter there, you have entered Bermuda Triangle of Maya. You will not come out. And as soon as you enter there, Maya will seal it. He will seal it. He will pull you down, cover you. And the covering is just like a pig. He's happy to be a pig. You cannot change a pig. He must eat stew. And to the pig, stool eating is very sweet. He enjoys it so much. And he's telling you that you don't know what you are missing. if you have access to this nectar. He closes his eyes halfway and he's enjoying the liquid stew, drawing everything, drinking everything. So that energy that covers the pig to think that piggy life is actually the best type of life, that is the covering potency of Maya. It is by that that the dog thinks that dog life is okay. It is by that that the rat also thinks that to be stealing here and there, running from hole to hole is the best way of life. It is by that same token that the goat goes snatching people's plantain and running with it, and it thinks that it's okay. Monkey jumping from tree to tree and doing nefarious things, he thinks it's okay. And there's no life as good as that. The lizard also, every living entity thinks that his own life is the best. You see? And that is due to Maya's trick. So if a disciple does not follow his vows, is risking getting drawn down by Maya and covered, so that he will take that spell as nectarian. But of course, as a human being, when you look at the life of a goat, is it very appreciative? But
No.
no. You see the life of a dog. I mean, it's not very attractive. If you see the life of a pig, it's not very attractive. But for them, it is the heaven. That is heaven. And you are ignorant. That is why you don't know the enjoyment that is there. Thinking like that. So anyway, that is it. That Diksha is the process by which one can awaken his transcendental knowledge and vanquish all reactions caused by sinful activity. A person expert in the study of the revealed scriptures knows this process as Diksha. That is definition. Then Siksha. A devotee must have only one initiating spiritual master, because in the scriptures, acceptance of more than one is always forbidden. There is no limit, however, to the number of instructing spiritual masters one may accept. Generally, a spiritual master who constantly instructs a disciple in spiritual science becomes his initiating spiritual master later on. Apart from Suchita Charitamrita. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying that Siksha Guru Brinda Kripa Korea Apa Sadake Sikam Sadane Angasa. Sri Sri Kalyana Kalpataru is a quotation from Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And what does that mean? That means I consider the numerous instructing spiritual masters, Siksha Gurus, to be very important, for they show unlimitedly more mercy by training the neophyte devotees in all the essential aspects of practical devotional service. So this is from Sri Kalyana Kalpataru, Introduction, Siksha and Diksha Gurus. Guru is one. This is the conclusion. That the Guru is one because he comes in disciplic succession. What Vyasadeva and Krishna taught 5,000 years ago is also being taught now. There is no difference between the two instructions. Although hundreds and thousands of acharyas have come and gone, the message is one. The real Guru cannot be two, for the real Guru does not speak differently from his predecessors. So you get it? This is the oneness of the Guru. Guru is one. Guru is one. Now, Guru Parampara system, what we just dealt with. Now, these are some relevant quotes given here in the lesson plan and the handbook. Now, let us read students' handbook. That the Paramparam system, the Guru does not accept respect from his disciple for his personal self, but conveys this respect to Krishna. It is stated in Bhagavad Gita that knowledge of Krishna is received through the Paramparam, the disciplic succession. Evam Paramparam Pramtam, that is Bhagavad Gita 4.2. The Guru offers the same respect to his Guru, and his Guru offers respect to his, and so it goes all the way to Krishna. Thus, the message of Krishna comes down through the Paramparam system, and the respect offered to Krishna is offered up through the Paramparam system. One has to learn to approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead in this way. This is from Teachings of Lord Kapila, chapter 13, Perfect Knowledge Through Surrender. And this is the same analogy of handing down the ripened fruit from the top of the tree, from branch to branch, until it gets down unbroken. Unbroken. So that is it. That is how we receive knowledge. Then once you approach the current link, that the message of Srimad Bhagavatam is coming down by disciplic succession. And in order to receive the real message of Srimad Bhagavatam, once you approach the current link or spiritual master in the chain of disciplic succession. So it is in obedience to the scriptures. It's an obedience to the scriptures to accept a spiritual master, a living spiritual master, because the scriptures say it. Then you cannot jump over to the superior guru. So if you want to understand Bhagavad Gita, then we must understand in the same way as the person who directly heard from. This is called Parampara system. Suppose I have heard something from my spiritual master, so I speak to you the same thing. So this is Parampara system. The Guru does not manufacture his own philosophy. You cannot imagine what my spiritual master said. Or even if you read some books, you cannot understand unless you understand it from me. This is called Paramparam system. Okay? You cannot jump over to the superior guru, neglecting the next acharya, the immediate next acharya. So this is the process. You don't jump over. You have to take a guru. You cannot just call yourself a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. You must take direction and guidance from those who personally knew Prabhupada, who served him, and who became gurus in the process. Okay? Don't try to approach Krishna directly. Jump over. That is useless. First of all, your spiritual master, then his spiritual master, then his spiritual master, his spiritual master, his spiritual master, ultimately Krishna. This is the process. Don't try to approach Krishna directly. Jump over. That is useless. As you receive knowledge through the steps, Paramparam system, similarly, we should approach Krishna through these steps. So this is it. And this is the process. How to receive knowledge is to receive it through the Paramparam, through the living spiritual master. So we must accept a spiritual master. One must accept a Vaishnava guru, not simply by reading books. One should not proudly think that one can understand the transcendental loving service of the Lord simply by reading books. One must accept a Vaishnava guru, Adahu Guru Ashrayam. And then, by questions and answers, one should gradually learn what pure devotional service to Krishna is. That is called the Paramparam. Okay? We've already talked about it. That's why I'm just reading it. We already elaborated on it. That's why I'm just reading it. Okay? To confirm that what we are saying is in line with what the Prabhupada has said. We are not speculating. That's why I'm reading it out for you to hear. All these disciples which I'm initiating become future spiritual masters. Yes, and these are some points that uproot the rhetoric philosophy, which is the last part of this session, or the next session. All these disciples which I'm initiating become future spiritual masters. These students who are initiated from me, all of them will act as I am doing. Just like I've got my God brothers, they are all acting. Similarly, all these disciples which I'm making, initiating, they are being trained to become future spiritual masters. So it is the proper hope that others become spiritual. So those who are thinking that only Srila Prabhupada can be the pure devotee, therefore only him is the spiritual master, that if you are initiating on behalf of Srila Prabhupada, that is rhetoric philosophy. And he said, no, it's not approved. That philosophy is not approved by Srila Prabhupada. Okay? Then I want to see my disciples become bona fide spiritual master. I want to see my disciples become bona fide spiritual master and spread Krishna consciousness very widely. That will make me and Krishna very happy. Keep trained up and like this, on and on. I wish that in my absence, all my disciples become the bona fide spiritual master. It is the proper wish that his disciples and grand disciples become spiritual master. Okay? So the more you become in the lower position, then more you are advanced. This is called Parampara system. You have to learn how to become servant of the servant of Krishna. The more you become in the lower position, servant, 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 100 times servant, servant, then more you are advanced. This is spiritual mathematics. Servant is looked upon as the lowest. But when you become servant of the servant, ordinarily speaking, you're like the lowest of the lowest. But the Prabhupada is saying that the more you become servant, 100 times servant of the servant of the servant, that is the more advanced you are. Okay, therefore, it's a game of humility versus pride. The more humble you are, the most humble person is the most advanced. Hey, why are you talking? The most humble person becomes the most advanced. So that is the process. And that is the Vaishnava process. So humility. Actually, it is said that humility is to virtues as a thread is to a chanting beat. Once you remove the chanting beat, all the individual beats escape. Remove the thread and all the beats escape. That thread that string all the beats together, the thread that string all the beats together, that's humility. So humility is to virtue as a thread is to a chanting beat. Get it? Get it? Abrantia, do you get it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, humility is to virtues as a thread is to a chanting beat. Chikena, we have said it all without reservation. Now, having said all this, are there some questions or commentaries on these points before we go to the last session for today? The last session for today is arguments refuting the posthumous rhetoric theory. There is a theory called rhetoric. Rhetoric means initiation by proxy. Initiation by proxy. This is called rhetoric. And that is against our philosophy. Initiation by proxy means Only Srila Prabhupada is qualified to be a guru. And all those who are initiating now, they must initiate on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. So these ones we have already discussed it. Somebody asked, we are not seeing the screen, but we have already discussed. Read relevant quotes given in Srimad Bhagavatam or in the student handbook, page 15, which we have been reading. We have read it, that we should discuss why do we have to accept a living Diksha and Siksha gurus. What are the benefits of accepting living Diksha and Siksha gurus? Write comments in the relevant box during your discussion. So we didn't do that exercise, but that is it. And this is where we are coming from. The supreme science was just received through the chain of discipline succession. You can see the screen, the Guru Paramparam system. Now, so if you want to understand Bhagavad Gita, then we must understand in the same way as the person who directly heard from. This is called Paramparam system. Suppose I have heard something from my spiritual master, so I speak to you the same thing. So this is Paramparam system. Guru Paramparam system. You cannot imagine what my spiritual master said. We read all these ones. I was reading them, that they are in form of PowerPoint here. Or even if you read some books, you cannot understand unless you understand it from me. This is called Paramparam system. You cannot jump over to the superior guru, neglecting the next acharya, immediate next that we must have living spiritual master. Now we cannot jump over to Krishna. That is another nonsense. We must approach Krishna through guru. That is Paramparam system. Krishna is not so cheap thing that you can jump over. Somebody says, oh, why shall I accept Guru? I can approach Krishna directly. No, Krishna does not accept such mad bhakta, puja vyajika. Krishna does not accept that. Though there are some devotees like that, oh, I'm already reading the Prabhupada books. What is the need for me to accept a Guru? The Prabhupada is my Guru. The Prabhupada is saying, no, you must accept a living Guru who will guide you on how to do the Krishna service on my behalf. Now, Krishna says that, first of all, you become devotee of my devotee. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Gopi Batu Pada Kamalayo Dasa Dasa Anudasa. I am the servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna. So that is it. How is ritual philosophy true? Some of the benefits of accepting living Diksha and Siksha groups. As. So you can see the screen there. Ritwik, that's where we are. What is Ritwik? Ritwik. Ritwik. Ritwik means initiation by proxy. This is a summary explanation or definition of Ritwik. Meaning no guru is perfect except Srila Prabhupada. Therefore, no guru, nobody should become a guru of his own. That all gurus should initiate only on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. This is called retreat philosophy. And there are flaws in this retreat philosophy. And we are going to read them out. Why is this retreat philosophy a fuse? But we can give some background that yes, this retreat philosophy did not just come about. It came about because of some things that happened. When Srila Prabhupada started this movement, he started 1966 and he left the planet 1977. So it was just approximately 10, 11 years And you can imagine, there are some of us who have been in the devotional service for more than almost 40 years. But that time, those people, the senior most devotees were just about 10 years, 11 years old in devotional service. But they had to carry on the movement. They had to carry on the movement. So Srila Prabhupada gave them initiation. He first made 11 of them gurus. Then later he added one to make 12. Just like Jesus Christ had 12 disciples. Among all his disciples, he picked 12 of them and made them gurus. But if he was personally present on the planet, but he still made them gurus. And he said when he lived, they should continue their guruship. That means they should take disciples directly. So Prabhupada was pure devotee. Everybody worshiped Prabhupada, and Prabhupada was not absorbing anything for himself. Whatever worship given to him, he transferred it to his guru. That is how the pure devotees protect themselves. But some of these disciples, at a point, they started receiving some of these services, absorbing, and many things happened. One reason is that some of them were not very mature. Actually, a lot of them fell down. A lot of them fell down, some left the movement, and some other things they did. You see, there was one particular one who went to Russia. And Russia was very difficult because the government had some policies that banned preaching and all that. This devotee went there and he succeeded in making thousands of disciples, thousands of devotees. But along the line, it became some element of pride entered into him. He started looking down on his god brothers, some of his god brothers, and he started adjusting some of the philosophies. And before he realized, he was sick. And one of his lady disciples was delegated to take care of him. Some people said it's a setup, but so he was there, and somehow or the other, he fell down with the lady. He carried huge sum of money, and he left the movement. So if a guru leaves the movement like that, what will happen to his disciples, all those who have been worshiping him as guru? Because it is said that the guru is as good as God. Therefore, all the services you should give to the guru, to God, you should give to the guru. And now here's a situation: they were giving their own service to the guru, but somehow or the other, the guru, the weight was too much on him, and he deviated and left the movement. So that brought a lot of, it was a shock because they trusted him so much. Then some of them lost faith entirely. And in fact, everything became different. Then some of them begin to come up with philosophy that, yes, actually some of the God brothers were saying that since they were not appointed as gurus, there was some anger also and envy too. On the other hand, those who were appointed as gurus, some of them were doing it too much. They were trying to operate as Prabhupada, all the type of worship Prabhupada. They started doing Guru Puja for them, and all the worship was concentrated on their Guru. So this fall down stuff came. Then those who were not giving, they said, yeah, we told you that these people are not pure devotees. But now you see that they're falling. So they celebrated the fall of those devotees. Then he said, in fact, no one is qualified to take disciples directly. So everybody can just initiate on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. Yeah, you can initiate. Adibo, please stop talking. Hey, I said stop talking. if you do like that, I will kill you. You better go inside, go inside and go and stay. So this was a serious turning point, very serious turning point. And the disciples become confused. Guru has had big problem. Then these other ones come from the other side. We told you before that nobody is pure enough to become a guru. Only Srila Prabhupada is the pure person. So we can only initiate on behalf of Prabhupada. This is one of the bases of the ritual philosophy. Initiation by proxy. Let us magnify the position of Srila Prabhupada. It is true, because they were minimizing the position of Srila Prabhupada. They were receiving services like how Prabhupada was receiving, and less attention was given to them. It is true, truth is there, but at the same time, it has its own flaws. So it is not accepted. That's why there are some philosophical arguments against it. How to defeat the ritual philosophy. How to defeat it. Yes. And these are the arguments that ISKCON had against the ritual. It was a problem, serious problem. But let us understand that it's like a teething problem. When a child is born, as it's growing, it starts developing teeth, it starts passing through different stages. Then sometimes it falls sick, and it passes through it until it becomes mature. ISKCON is supposed to thrive for 10,000 years. And if you calculate how much we have gone, we are still very, very young. Calculating the 10,000, we are like maybe 8 years or 5, 6 or 7, 8 years old. An 8-year-old child is still a small child. There are certain problems he has to undergo. So these are the teething problems that ISKCON faced. And these are some of them. Many organizations face this, that when the leader or founder Acharya leaves the body, the whole organization crumbles, because there will be tussle for power, who to take over, who is to become the main. These things, they happen. Every organization, they happen. Even when Jesus Christ left, there was commotion. That led to the division of different types of these disciples. Go establish his own, call it St. Peter's. This one goes St. James. This one comes St. Michael. Like this, different divisions begin to come in, because there is no proper vision, standard vision again. Some selfish interests are introduced, and things are adulterated to favor individuals. Then everything comes. So ISKCON face this kind of challenge. It's a very serious subject matter. And it killed the faith of some devotees. But we thank Guru and Krishna that even though Srila Prabhupada left when the senior most disciples were just like 10 years old in devotional service, the movement still thrived till now, more than 40 years, 50 years plus. So we have actually succeeded. And to defeat this ritual philosophy, currently we're having living spiritual master. So these are direct defeats, that ritual philosophy. And in fact, to make matter worse, some people live, if their guru fall down, they take another guru, that one fall also. They take another one, that one also fall. If, assuming you are taking 3 gurus and all of them have problems, how will you maintain your faith in the gurus? So sometimes it happens like that. But Krishna has a way. It's like also trying to see your maturity and also bring you up to level. So we thank those who are still operating as gurus in defeat of the ritual philosophy. We should be very appreciative of all our current gurus. So these are some arguments against the ritual. I'm going to read them out. That there is no example of one taking diksha from one's param guru in any of the bona fide Vaishnava sampradayas. In all the bona fide sampradayas, we have 4 sampradayas. and our own Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya, is one. And there is no example of somebody jumping over that, okay, I am disciple of my guru's guru. You have to be a disciple of your own guru, who is also connected, who is also a loyal disciple of his guru. That is the Parampara system. There is no example of jumping over, as the retreat people are proposing, that nobody is qualified to be a guru now. You can only initiate on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. You can only initiate on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. This is wrong. There is no example about this. You can argue with that. Then secondly, there is no sastric evidence indicating that one may take Diksha from one's Param Guru. There is no sastric evidence. No sastric evidence. Instead, there is a contrast. Somebody tried to do that, and the person was banished from the Vaishnava community. Virabhadra Goswami, the son of Nityananda Prabhu, in a letter to Srinivas Acharya, ostracized one Jaya Gopal from Vaishnava society from claiming himself as a disciple of his Param Guru. Somebody tried to do it. Whatever is happening has happened before. And his guru disowned him instead. So it is not a practice in our Sampradaya. It's not accepted. And also, the argument that there are no qualified Diksha gurus among Prabhupada disciples indicates that Prabhupada's teachings have not proven effective. So what should be the use of becoming Prabhupada Diksha disciples? Through the retreat priests anyway. Meaning, if you say those who are directly with Srila Prabhupada cannot become pure devotees, then what is the guarantee, or what is the hope that those who are disciples of the disciples of those who cannot become pure devotees can become pure devotees? This is the argument against the retreat. So to say Prabhupada is like saying that Prabhupada could not make any pure devotee. That is what you are saying. But that is not true. Prabhupada made pure devotees, and those devotees are prophylaxically, they are making devotees. And this is the process of Krishna consciousness. The pure devotee is endowed with the potency to make other pure devotees. And this is going on. All glories are present goods. So if you say the direct disciples cannot become pure, then what is the hope that those who are disciples of the direct disciples can become pure? So it is unfounded philosophy. Retreat theory implies that only exceptionally empowered acharyas can become guru, which is not supported in Shastra nor Vaishnava. Retreat theory implies that acharya can act contrary to Shastra. No, it's not possible because there is no Shastric evidence. Retreat theory functions by undermining the natural development of faith in living Vaishnavas, which is an essential aspect of that. If you follow the retreat philosophy, it's telling you not to have faith in the present gurus. You are trying to kill the faith of those who are having faith in the present gurus. So this is violence, actually. So the retreat philosophy is not supported at all. Then, lastly, the retreat guru gives advice. However, it does not formally accept the responsibility of delivering the disciple as a bona fide Diksha does. What does that mean? That means if we follow this retreat, that you can only initiate for Srila Prabhupada, that means we are saying that only Srila Prabhupada will carry the responsibility, all the sinful reactions of all those you are initiating. You are initiating, but it is Srila Prabhupada who will carry the sinful reaction. Meaning you are not ready to take responsibility. You see, you are not ready to take responsibility, but let Srila Prabhupada take the responsibility. It is violence. So most people who are propagating this retreat philosophy are those who are unable to follow properly themselves, and who have become envious of those who are following and that have become gurus. So we thank those who are gurus and who are accepting the position of Guru, and who are acting properly, and who are guiding us to. All glories to them. They are a direct defeat to the rhetoric philosophy. That means rhetoric philosophy has no hold. Okay? So rather than thinking of how to bring them down, we should pray to the Paramparam to empower them more so that they can do their duties very nicely. So thank you very much. This brings us to the end of today's session. There are some additional codes, but we are not going to go into that now. Have you all gotten your student handbook? Dr. Richard, have you gotten your student handbook?
Please, no.
It doesn't take so much. It's 88 pages. Only 88 pages. You can print it out and bind it and have a physical copy. It's easier to read from there than reading from the phone. You have the soft copy. You can read from there for the meantime. But it is better to get a physical copy that you can study ahead and find answers to the questions ahead of time. Dr. Brandt, have you gotten your own physical copy?
Pabuji, please no. It was sent to me yesterday, so I will try and do it. Then I bind it.
Okay. Dr. Joshua, have you gotten your physical copy?
Not yet, Prabhu.
Why the procrastination now? You don't know that procrastination is the thief of time? So get this thing from the onset and start enjoying it. I printed my own day before yesterday. Oh. So it doesn't take much. Just go to any business center and tell them to print it out for you. It's less than 100 CDs. You print it out, you bind it. It's a manual that can guide your devotional practices for life. So be ready to make that sacrifice, okay?
Okay, Prabhu.
Give time to read, get a physical copy, yes. Dr. Felix Opoku, have you gotten yours?
Yes, mine is with me here. Yes. I have it already, I think some months ago, but I had not started
Okay.
the
You should
Prabhu,
study ahead of time. Because all
I
the
have one
quotations, all the PowerPoints are open. Huh?
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
very much.
And I have
Follow the example
one.
of Dr. Felix, please. You need to have your own copy. Dr. Jeremiah Kwaku Amenokwe, have you gotten your copy? Have you gotten a physical copy of the student handbook, Dr. Jeremiah Kwaku? Jeremiah is not there. We catch one person that is not there, but appears to be there, creating illusion. He's not there, but he appears to be there. And we catch him. Now, Dr. Atom.
Hare Prabhu.
Yeah, do you have your own physical copy? Hard copy?
Not yet. I hope to get it before next lecture.
Okay. Next lecture is on Tuesday. Okay. So
Yeah.
try to get it
Yes,
before.
sir.
Then Dr. Shadrach, have you gotten yours?
Yes, Prabhu. I have one at me there. The hard copy, I have it at me there. But I'm not. I'm currently not there.
Are you coming tomorrow to take it?
I'm not. Maybe on Monday.
Okay. Try to get it before your next class. Okay, thank you very much. We are very grateful for your time and for your attendance and for your punctuality and for your contributions. May Guru and Krishna continue to bless you and give you the strength to become their representative. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Confounder Charasla S. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
But wait. Let me see the end of the PowerPoint. Okay, this is just the end of the PowerPoint. Because jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
Thank you. See you on Tuesday. Hare Krishna. And please, those who have not paid your course fee, don't wait for long before you pay your course fee, okay? Yeah? Try to pay your course fee. Do you hear that?
Yes, please.
Please do so. Thank you. Remain blessed.